Hey there, it's Krystal Diaz here. I'm a vocal coach and one of the founders of the online vocal academy where I run the Singers Connect membership, where singers from all walks of life, from beginners to more experienced singers, get together to enjoy the process of finding, developing, and sharing their true voice with others. Every month, I have songs that I recommend my members to practice. And one of the songs for this month is called Both Sides Now. Originally was written and performed by Joni Mitchell and was recently revived by Emilia Jones for her movie CODA. And so I wanted to join in the fun this month. And so I learned and practiced this song as well. And I am sharing it with you here. But before we get to that version, I thought it would be helpful to share some of the points, some of the practice points, what I was thinking about when I was approaching this song. So really there's three areas. Number one, this song is a beautiful song. There's great imagery in the lyrics. And whenever I encounter songs that have really great imagery, I always see that as opportunities to use my vocal technique, to use different stylistic embellishments, not for the sake of just singing stylistically, but for the sake of highlighting and enhancing the images from that are coming out of these lyrics. And so I really was focused on that in my practices for the song, just trying to pick out certain words and think about, how might I say this? How might I communicate this to somebody if I were to speak these words out? Another thing that I was thinking about was the phrasing. So for this song, it really is quite simple in the arrangement. It's literally a verse and a chorus, a verse and a chorus, and repeats, I think, 3 times. So there's no bridge in the middle. And the tempo of it is also quite even, which means it's easy to fall into this sort of repetitive singing style. And if you do that, it can actually, I think it can get quite monotonous, which would be a shame because the song is really beautiful with all of the images that is communicated in the lyrics. And so what I really tried to do in my own practice was to see how I can vary up the phrasing. I really wanted to try different ways of delivering the phrasing so that it really felt like I was having a conversation with somebody, or I was telling a story, telling my story to a listener. So that was the second thing that I was working on. And finally, Emilia Jones's version of the song is a little bit different from Joni Mitchell's, particularly at the end. And so Emilia Jones's version, there's a bit more of a buildup at the end. And so I followed this arrangement. And the challenge for me was to work on building it up without kind of going too far, if that makes sense. Because I think that the beauty of this song really is in its simplicity. The lyrics are ice cream castles in the air, feather canyons, cloud illusions, Ferris wheels, fairy tale. And so the imagery comes across as very innocent, but the meaning behind the song is very, very deep. It tells the story of somebody who has really seen it all in life, right? The good and the bad, and realizes how much they still don't really know. And so there's a lot of depth in this simplicity, and I think that's what makes this song so beautiful. And so the ending, what I tried to do is create that buildup, but tried to bear in mind and try to keep it in balance so that it still worked and complemented the simplicity of the song. So I hope that you enjoy this version, and I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you do a cover version of this song too, I would love to hear it. So be sure to share a link to your cover version in the comments below as well, where you are watching this on YouTube.
Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done. but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's clouds' illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel as every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way. Now it's just another show. You leave them laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions I recall. I really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds. I've looked at life that way. But now old friends, they're acting strange. They shake their heads, they say I've changed. Well, something's lost, but something's gained in living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still